big part was basically fear. The fear of the unknown.
You should do this. You should do that. I'm like, but do you even have a channel?
Out of being a kid and just having fun with this and making it a job.
Yes.
That's not who we are.
You don't understand what that creator did to get to where they're at right now. It's not an overnight success. Right. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about our social media journey and why we were stuck. But we're going to help you get unstuck with your ability to post.
Yeah. So our goal in this episode is to really help you and to really encourage you to take that next step in your social media career. So Take it, don't get stuck.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, join us. All right, here we go. So I think that I know for me, a big part was basically fear. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the what if, the fear of, will this channel make it? Will we make it? Will we look like fools, to everybody out there? I know for a big part of it also was fear for what was your fears?
Yeah, well, let's stop there. Let's go back. Let's go back to we started before.
Yeah,
that was the thing. We started before. I remember
we even started before like the pandemic. We were, we were doing this. We were on this journey. I started out with doing my keto videos.
Yeah, those keto videos.
They're still there. And then we started out
They're hidden. They're hidden.
We also started out with traveling because we did like traveling. We went to Great Wolf Lodge. We had some videos there.
Yep.
We had some cruise ship videos. So we did start, but then we stopped.
Yes. And then we started again.
Then we started again during COVID, when everybody was like bored at home. We know like the part that's really sad about us is that you do this full time.
Yeah.
You do this for other clients. You have all the camera equipment. You have all the lights. You have everything that we need. And people look at us and be like, why are you guys dragging your feet? We would have, your brother would always say, you guys are losing time out. You should take advantage of this now. And we were like, okay, we're going to do it. Yeah. But I think a big part for me, I know, was that you do this full time and you do this for so many other clients that our fear was, I know for me, was that it had to be perfect.
Yeah. And that was on me too, because every time I was putting something together, it had to be perfect because is that a direct is it a direct well, I lost my words.
Reflection
it's
on you.
like a direct reflection on me as far as like the work that I do on full time. So even when, moving back just to here to like when Chase, like if you guys look on our YouTube channel, you'll see it when Chase is doing his cooking videos. And it was the sweetest, cutest thing ever. But when we were putting it together, we were stopping and we were editing because we wanted it to be perfect because it was like, okay, well,
everyone's
I do this.
Gonna see this and Jason does this. If you would have been behind the scene, it looked like a daggone Food Network channel.
Yeah, we had cameras.
We had cameras above. We had cameras to the side. We had lights. We had Carter.
Yeah, Carter had his phone and I had it rigged in to where his phone was like the roaming camera.
We were serious about it because again, we thought that it had to be perfect because if not, someone's going to look at that and say, I don't want to hire Jason because it's not perfect. Yeah. It doesn't look good.
And then it's like but it was a bad way to think because most of my clients are not seeing this, and I don't know why I was so under the influence of saying this has to be perfect because this is a direct reflection. And it wasn't until we decided to put the brakes on it because we didn't like the way it was happening behind the scenes. We didn't like stopping and say, no, you have to this, or watching his hair or his clothes
or everything.
We like,
he's
seriously.
Not being a
kid. No.
He came to it and he was like, no, I really want to do this. I really want to have my own show. He would watch Ryan's World and he would see their episodes and how great it looked. And we would watch those things knowing that you knew that most of it was edited. It's not real, no shade on them, but everybody edits their stuff to make you want to put out the best. You want it to look the best. So when we would go back, we had to pump the brakes on that one because we didn't like that we were fussing at our kid.
Yeah.
We didn't like that we were taking him out of being a kid and just having fun with this and making it a job.
Yes.
And once we saw that, we were like, that's not who we are. That's not how we treat our kid. That's not what we want to do. So we put the brakes on it, even though he wanted to continue.
Correct. Yeah. We just didn't feel right about it.
We didn't feel right. But had we said, you know what, let's just put it out there, and whatever it is, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been further than,
It could have been.
you know, like we could have had more success in it, but we stopped,
Yeah,
you know.
we stopped.
I also want to say with fear with that, with you, is that I was scared to post a lot of things because, again, I was scared that, oh, is this picture right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
I'm just taking a picture and whatever, you know, post it. But I was always like, no, Jason does this full time. If I post a picture and it looks a hot mess or whatever, the lighting's not right, because you would take my phone, you'd be like, oh, let me adjust the lighting, let me do this. And I'm like, forget it, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't even care.
And the moment's gone.
The moment's gone. And you would stress me out so much that I was like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. I don't have time to do it because I'm not doing it the way you think it should be done.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's true. You're absolutely right. And I know I was very still to this day.
Oh God, still to this day. I'm like, is this okay? Is this picture look good? You know.
But no, we came to understanding now.
Yeah, we've gotten better with it. And I've gotten better with learning also how to take the pictures so that they look a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know.
Because again, that's your slight advantage over others. Just making sure that you just pay
and
attention
you put the
to
time into it. You know, I'm not going to say just throw something out there.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. You know, you should kind of take pride in what you are doing. And that goes back to you. You just take pride in your work. So it's no slight to you. You just really do take pride in your work. Even when you put stuff out for clients, I know that in the beginning you would always ask me like, hey, does this look good?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I think you could do a little bit more, you know, or make it look better, and being able to take that criticism.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was the biggest thing for me as far as like giving you like certain episodes and knowing, okay, you know, she's going to look at it from a different point of view. And when you say you could do better, I used to always get mad. I'm like, what do you mean you could do better? You don't even edit. But inside, I'm like, no, you know, take it to somebody who has your best interests at heart. And I'm telling you that catapulted a lot of the videos that you may see that I do for clients. You just get that different set of eyes that is not so invested in it, and just looking at them like, I think you could do better here. Or like, give it a little bit more. I know you got it. I know you got it. So that's a completely different story. But I want to talk to you about you. No, go ahead.
Well, also my fear was that people were going to see it.
Yeah, that was just about to ask you that.
People are going to see it. My coworkers are going to see this.
Yeah.
Family members are going to see it. And I think that was a big mistake for us in the beginning too, is that we pushed our stuff out to our family.
Yeah.
Like we would send text messages, hey, look at our video we just posted, or hey, did you see this? You know, and it was kind of negative on us if we didn't see that they liked it.
Yeah.
Or that they shared it. Or, you know, they would give us all this feedback that sometimes they meant it in the nicest way, but it was just like,
are you serious?
do you know how much work you put into this? Like, seriously? You know, or why is Chase, you know, he should do X, Y, and Z, or
yeah, well, yeah, that's what happened, because it was when we put out those videos before, it was funny because we started getting hit up like, oh my God, he needs to be in acting, put him in acting lessons. Here's the acting coach. They're in Kentucky, but it don't matter. You guys can figure it out. You can fly there, fly back. I'm like, whoa, hold on a sec. This is one episode.
Yeah.
Like we could see it, but hey, let them get used to it first, and then let's see what we could do later. But I think that's the biggest thing too, and also what people do is they look at the success of so many other creators and so many other like social media channels or YouTube channels. And they may see videos that pop up and they pop out, meaning, oh my God, they got 1 million views, or it has this, it has that. You should do this. You should do that. And I'm like, but do you even have a channel? Do you know what it goes into it? And it's, you know, and again, I know they're coming from a good place, but it's more on, you don't understand what that creator did to get to where they're at right now. It's not an overnight success.
Yes.
You know, it does take time. Like you said earlier when we were talking, it was like the first videos are going to suck. It's okay if they suck, because imagine if they sucked and you had 1 million people looking at it right now to like let you know, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, man, are you serious?
Yeah, so I would give the advice, don't send it to your family and friends. Do not send it to them first.
Yeah.
Just put it up. If they stumble upon it, great. If not, it's okay. Get those videos to where you want it to be. Get comfortable in front of the camera. Get comfortable with just talking and putting something out there.
Yeah.
Because the more you put it up and you get comfortable with it, it'll be good, you know? And you'll get better over time. But I think once you send it out to your family and friends, it makes it a lot harder, because you're trying to now make sure that you are catering to what they like, maybe,
Yeah.
or you're fearful of what they're going to say. So I would say that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And again, like I said, they have
come
your
in a
best,
place of love. Yeah.
best interest at heart, but it just may not be the best move. Not at all. Just not the best move.
Yeah, because I think also you can't be yourself.
Yeah.
When you're putting those videos up and you are catering to your family and friends first,
Yeah.
you're not being you. You're trying to be the person they know you to be.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just being the person that you're funny, you're silly, you're quirky, you know, that we might know each other as, but our family members, you kind of put on, you know, different hats when you're around different people.
Yeah.
So just start your channel and just try to be you and just put it out there. Who cares who sees it? How many views you get? Don't look at that, because that was another thing. Oh yeah. God. I would obsess over. We only got 2 views. We only got 2 likes. I sent it to this person, this person, this person, this person. That should at least be 5 likes. That should be at least 5 shares. But people are busy. They have their own like. Or you could be like my parents. They don't know that they should click the little like.
Wait, we're supposed to subscribe? What does that mean? I'm like,
share it with someone. Yeah. At least you're thinking in your mind, if I sent it to my brother who knows 15 people, he should share it to 15 people.
Yeah.
And then those 15 people should share it, but that's not how it works.
No.
People's lives are busy. They're busy. You might think that's an important topic, but they don't care about that at this time. They don't
care about it. So that's why we were saying, like, sending it to family. You have to really be careful, especially here on YouTube, is this, people will find it based off their interests, and you'll eventually find with repetition, you'll find that tribe that rock with what you're talking about. And if you remember, they may be in different places. They may be in corporate America somewhere on Wall Street, or they may be, if it's the case, if they're on farm and they're into farm work, and then you're hearing you talk about city life. It's like, I get it. I like them, but I don't care about that, And you have to just realize that everybody has different interests. That's the thing. So if you send it to 5 and 3 resonates with 3, then you got 3 likes. If they remember to like.
Yeah, if they remember to like.
They remember.
Yes. I will say that what helped me get out of this place of fear was that fear of what my coworkers were going to say, fear of what, my neighbor down the street or whatever was going to say, was that this year God had to remove me from last year. I got in an accident at work, and no one really knows this. A handful of people know is that at work in February, right before my birthday, February the 6th, in the afternoon, I didn't have a classroom, so my job was to help put the kids on the bus, and I would give the bus driver these tickets, and he would have to hand them back to me. Well, in the process of handing back to me, he's turned the bus on. I was standing outside the bus. He turned the bus on, and the doors closing on my back. And with that, it was the most painful thing I had to go through, and it took me out of work. I'm still out of work from it, but it was so painful. A lot of the videos, I have a back brace on, you don't see. I'm constantly having to take medication, some pain pills sometimes because of that. They want to do surgery, and it's just been terrible. Yeah. But because of that situation, I didn't have to face people at work. So I didn't have to care what someone was going to say, or if they saw my video, okay, great. But it is positive now on the other note, though, because they're finding the videos naturally. I'm not sending it to them, but they're stumbling upon it, and I'm getting those encouraging texts like, oh my God, girl, I see you. Keep pushing, And that means the world to me now, because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't push it out to you. You saw it, you found it, and you liked it, Or one of my coworkers had, she was going through something. She was like, oh my God, this is getting me over what I'm going through. Please keep making videos.
Yeah. That is the biggest thing. Like you said, by text, sometimes people may see it. They're in a busy life. I'm just touching on that one more time. In a busy life, they watch it and, oh my God, that was so good. But then they get a phone call about something else. They may forget to go back and like, but those text messages is like, once you start and you continue to put things out there, those text messages, or when we're in the store or we're in a neighborhood or we're just anywhere and somebody stops, so like, oh my God, I really like watching you guys' videos. I'm like, what? That's cool. That's cool. Because again, you realize that what you're putting into this is actually going out there and it's touching somebody or just encouraging somebody, because everybody's going through something.
Everybody's going through something. So what you have to say it's going to be important to someone. It might not be important to that person you sent it to, but it's going to be important to someone. It might touch someone in some kind of way. It might encourage someone in some kind of way.
Yeah.
You just put it out there and don't force it on someone.
That is correct.
I think that's the biggest thing. Don't force it, you know? I will say that also, let me see, turn those fears around.
Yeah.
Turn every fear you have around. So what I mean by that is, if you have the fear of what if it fails? Well, turn it around. What if it is successful?
Yeah.
What if my friends see it? Turn it around. What if they do see it and they like it? Okay. The fear of I don't look great. You know, like that was always my biggest thing too. Oh my God. I hated the way I looked, you know, or I hate the way I look. My hair is not right. I don't know how to do makeup. I don't have a right outfit on. And when we stop caring about those things and we just were like, who cares? Find something in the closet, put it on and keep it moving. You know, brush your teeth, wash your face, you know, try a little bit, you know, and keep
like
it moving, you know, because someone's always going to have something negative to say about you. Someone's always going to be like, I could have looked better than her. I could have, you know, my outfit could have looked nicer. Okay, and keep it moving, you know.
And if that was for you, and I was always telling her, I was like, you look great. Let's do it. Let's do it. But then for me, it was always thinking, like with this, it's like, well, there's always going to be a better editor. There's always going to be a better person that angles a shot right. There's always going to be a better person that lights it better or have lights back here. There's always going to be that. But then, like, you could get so stuck on that and saying that I want to be like this or do that or do this, and you end up not doing anything at all.
You don't do anything at all.
You just have like the analysis paralysis, and it's like, oh no, wait, when I get the lights in the back, then I'm gonna start making videos. And you get the lights in the back and you see somebody that has like a lens that has like a buttery effect around, like as far as like a really shallow depth of field, and you're like, when I get a new lens, I'm really gonna start. And I was like, you never start. Never start
so I know you tell me like, and you did this a lot. You would just say, find a system that put your videos up and kind of let them just post automatically.
We have some points for you guys, some takeaways in a few, and it's gonna really help you out. And this is kind of what we did for our channel. But the other thing that I would say is, like, at any given point, if you just feel like you don't have anything to say, just start thinking about the things that you do on a daily basis or people comment about in your real life, because that may be your avenue right there for what you could talk about. Because I get a lot of that from some people who I see, and they talk to me. It's like, I see you guys, you know, started a cool podcast. Like, how do you guys figure out what to say? It's like, we have a ton of stuff to say. Like, we're married.
Yeah. Oh, we just
like, got a ton of stuff to say.
And what Jason will do is he'll be like, write it down, put it on a sticky note.
Oh gosh,
put it on a
sticky
note.
Yes, that's a takeaway point.
Because like we'll have a bunch of ideas.
Yeah.
And then next week we're like, wait, what did we say? Like, what should we talk about?
You should have like a notebook and just write ideas in it. Like, literally just generate ideas.
Yeah. Like Jason, or he has this big board in his office and he'll just jot them down. Like, put them down.
That's it.
You know, put those ideas down, put them on paper, because you are going to forget. So don't forget.
You will forget.
Another thing that held us back was people pleasing.
Oh my gosh.
People pleasing.
Yeah, that should have been number one.
That should have been number one.
Yeah.
We were so worried that we were going to offend somebody. We were so worried about, what is this person going to think? I know that ties into the fear too.
Yeah.
But people pleasing is because you're trying to cater to everyone to make your channel what you think they think it should be.
Yeah.
That you don't do what you just want to do.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. And a good example is that is like for us. So if you find us on TikTok, hopefully you guys do. Maybe it's going to be around.
I don't know.
At the date of this, what is it, today's date? The 17th?
Yeah.
Let's see if it's still around. I mean, hopefully it is. We'll see. But as we have a couple of videos that kind of took off on there, just a few. But then we felt that we had to continuously like please the people who started following us.
Yes.
So for instance, we had a food one.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh my God, now we have to do nothing but food videos.
Oh gosh.
Like, but that's not, that was bad on me, because you were telling me, no, but we're not just food people.
Yeah.
Like, we're humans. We have so many different things that we were involved in.
We're parents. We travel. We like to cook. We like to do this. You like to unbox. Who cares? Just put it up.
Yeah.
You know, don't get stuck in this one bubble because you think that's what everybody knows you for.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be 8,000 pounds because we're eating all the time,
all this
or
bad stuff.
You know, like maybe diabetes or something runs in your family. I don't want to put that on us. You know, if we do it, do it, but that's not where we want to be known for,
No, not at all.
Because I see some people and I'm just like, how are you going to sustain that over time? How are you going to be able to go to Crumble every week without having diabetes? How are you going to be able to, so yes, you might see us do food ones, but that's not what we want to be known for.
Yeah.
We enjoy doing them, and we'll do them for restaurants we really enjoy going to. We might find some that some people are like, oh, this is the best one out there. And we go, and we're going to be honest with you because we don't want to see you waste your money and go to something that's not great,
And not only that, and then it was the food stuff, and then the travel one kind of took off, and it was like, oh my God, we have to travel. And then we realized, like, we got kids to school. Like, we can't travel every single day.
We can't travel. We love traveling, and we're going to constantly make videos about traveling because that's our heart. That's what we love to do. But realistically, we can't travel every day, and we're not going to break our bank trying to please you because you think that's where we should be, and we should only focus around this.
Correct.
That's not it.
So that's where the people pleasing came in. We said, hey, we need to chill right now. We need to really just kind of think about the things that we love doing and make us happy. And then again, your tribe will find you based off that. It's just gonna happen. It's naturally gonna happen.
Because we were stuck. We were like, oh my God, our Thailand videos are blown up. Okay, we got to go here, and we were like, wait a minute,
like hold on,
stop.
Hold on.
Reel it back in. It's okay to pivot. It's okay to pivot and try this and see if it works for you. Try that, see if it works for you. Now, I'm not telling you to go crazy and be all over the place. No, but maybe you find those 2 or 3 things that really make you happy and you focus on those. If you are not a girly who does your hair, don't sit up here and try to be the girl who does hair videos, because you're going to fail. And you're not going to enjoy it. I really enjoy sitting on the couch.
I know.
And I really enjoy talking with you and sharing our lives with people.
To you too. You're okay.
I see you try to bite me with my bluey slippers. But anyway, that's for another episode. But I'm just saying, find what makes you happy and stop trying to please everybody else around you, because you are going to fail. And we try to instill that in our kids now, because we're like, if you're trying to please everybody, you're trying to give a little bit of this person and a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this, you're never going to find who you are and what makes you happy, And a lot of our lives, like, we're still getting over people pleasing. Like, we're struggling in that area, and we're trying to grow. And we realized a lot of our life was spent trying to please this person, what career they thought I should go in, trying to please this person and how they thought we should raise our kids, and trying to please this person financially and this and that. And it's draining.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. But what we've started finding is, like, again, as we are moving away from that and really just, again, having the opportunity to let your creativity just go out. Because I found, with that, outside of me doing this full time, is like, by just sitting here and being creative or being able just to talk about this stuff, it's like a creative outlet. It really is, because you look back like, oh man, we spoke for 40 minutes. Can you believe that? And it just gives you, a sense of, like, peace and satisfaction of knowing that this is something that you had inside your brain, or we had in our brains, and we put it out to the masses. And if it meets people, it meets them. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's just a repetition of it is what we're talking about, to get you unstuck.
So for me, the things that helped me get unstuck was knowing that your first couple of videos, your first year might suck, but don't give up. It's going to suck. Just keep putting them out there. Don't try to push it on anyone. Your crowd, the people will find you that are supposed to find you, and just try it. If you fail, at least you can tell yourself, I tried it for a year and I failed. This maybe wasn't for me, or it's okay. They said I should pivot. So if I started out doing makeup videos, but I realized makeup is not for me, it's okay for me to try something else. I started out travels, but I realized that I can't travel every day. So this is not for me. It's okay to pivot. Okay. And I know you have some helpful tips from your side that you could tell people to do.
So the number one thing I would say it's a couple of things. Number one is, if you are planning on starting posting or doing anything, and I tell you this all the time, stop scrolling, just stop. So there's a saying in life, it's either you're a consumer or you're a producer. And basically what consumers do, they just take, they buy, they take, but they're not putting anything out there to become any type of authority in anything that you're talking about or anything that you're offering. So my biggest thing, if you start producing content constantly and you start putting stuff out there, and I'll give you a tip on how to start doing that too. But if you start putting it out there, eventually people will come to you and they look to you as an authority in whatever that you're talking about. Or if you really like bluey slippers and you know all about bluey slippers and where to get them and such like that, they're going to come to you rather than you constantly going out and giving your all to people to try to figure out, okay, he said it's here, she said it's here, why don't you curate it and you be the one, you know? So one way to help you figure out, okay, what should I talk about? Like, what should I do? Like, what's one thing that I could really piece together and really figure out is if try to make content around the things that you do on a daily basis. So one way I did that, and again, I have a ton of videos. One day I'll probably post them. But being that we're doing this, I don't even see the need right now. But I used to have my phone inside the car every single day. So I knew I drove to work every single day or I dropped the kids off every single day. So I tried to make a habit of creating videos to get better at speaking on video by every single day recording video and just start talking about things. And you wouldn't realize, again, if you're in Atlanta, you probably have a 2-hour commute. I don't know where you're at in the country or in the world, but just think about that time if you're going to, instead of listening to like trashy radio or, you know, listening to the same songs over and over and over again, use that time to like get whatever's in your brain out. So I would just turn on the phone and I would just start talking about things. I'll start talking about advice that I got in the past or what was yesterday like and what is today going to be like and what things I could do to improve on today. And before I knew it, it was an everyday thing. And what I did, I used Google Photos to back up anything that goes on my phone so I wouldn't run out of space. So anything that I said or any videos that I had to automatically upload, you could go back to it later and like check it out. But oh my God, there's so many videos over the course of like 6 months. You have so many videos and you could go back to a date and just kind of like play it back and see where you're at that time. But at that point, you could get kind of confidence because you'll start noticing like you're talking about certain things every single day, like you're reminiscing on things every single day, or you have like a certain cadence the way that you start like noticing things. Excuse me. And then from there, what you could do with those videos, honestly, start pulling some of them and posting it. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I would say is that if you are somebody that has content and such like that, they're probably sitting in your drafts right now. And it was a saying that I heard that there's gold in your drafts. Like I'm talking about Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. There's gold in your drafts because you don't know what it is that you're talking about that's going to really influence or really help somebody. One way I try to look at it is in this world, there's billions of people. There's billions of people. And if you had 200 people standing in front of you right now. Say, for instance, this room was big enough to hold 200 people and you have a voice and you're talking to 200 people and it touched 200 people. You could see these people in front of you. Just imagine you having those amount of views on a video and 100 of those people like it, like 100 people you touch. I think we get so wrapped up in like, well, they got 1 million views and they got 10,000 likes. Can you imagine what it's like standing in front of 10,000 people and actually giving them advice about something and they actually resonate with it? Like 10,000 people in front of you. Like how many people in most arenas can you fit? Like I think in Atlanta Benz or Mercedes-Benz same, you probably fit like 40,000 people. So imagine getting 50,000 likes on something. That's a whole stadium of people. Can you stand in the middle of that stadium and, you know,
keep someone's attention
that long? So that's the beauty of social. Like what I want to try to just express or stress. I'm all over the place, but just stress on people like that. Don't get so caught up in the likes, like Brizette said. Like just put it out there. You're gonna touch somebody.
Yeah, because if you ever notice that some people, you look at their video and be like, how they get 8.2 something views, and it's like garbage, but somebody liked them, somebody liked them. So, and then you're sitting there beating yourself up trying to say, well, they got this and they stop comparing yourself. Don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself because your journey is your journey. Their journey is their journey. And the difference between you and them is they just put it up. They posted it. Like Jason said, take it out the dress, because we have so many great videos that we just never posted.
We never posted because again, it was back to what we were talking about. It was the fear. Who's going to see it? The fear of, does it look good enough? The fear of people pleasing. Is it going to offend someone? But if you're coming genuine from who you actually are and you're not making stuff up, the people who will see it that's in your real life, they should know that's exactly how you are.
That's how you are,
Or they'll let you know, I already know you like that.
I was waiting for you to bring that out.
For you to come out.
But also, I know that you put me onto that app where it posts the videos for you.
Yes. So this is, we're not sponsored by them, but we'll take a sponsorship. Telling you right now, we'll take a sponsorship. MetroCool.
Yeah.
MetroCool by far has changed so much in my business as well as in our own channel, because it gives you the opportunity to, all those videos that you recorded. All right. So what happens, why we have so many things in the drafts is because that just one more task for you to hit post. It's something emotionally connected, because you're connected to the piece of content that you made and you're connected to the outcome of that. And it's not a reflection exactly who you are. That's just who you were at that point when you created it, and now it's out there. And that's all it is. That is all it is. You can't base the way you're going to feel or the way that it makes you feel based off other people's opinions, because everybody's in a different place, like we said from before. So if you get a negative comment on there, that person may just be in a negative space, or that person may just be to the point of they're deflecting on you, saying, how do you have the courage to do that? But it comes out on text or on your channel or in real life, like, oh, I see that you're doing this little thing, or how dare you do that? No, it's really the deflecting. I'm like, I really wish I had the courage to do that. So you really have to take, like you said, take the negatives and spin it back into a positive. Like, well, this person is probably deflecting, or where are they at in life right now? Is it something that's bothering them and they don't want to see a family traveling? Or it could have been something that happened with their family, God forbid, but like, why are you guys happy? That's we're not happy. You see? So you just have to remove yourself from that. So what MetroCool does is, again, all your videos, you can schedule them out. You can see the best time to post, and you could just literally schedule it and leave it alone. It takes the anxiety out of posting. It takes the feelings out of posting, and you are separated from that. You don't even know when it's going to post. Okay. Yeah. And that's a free app for the most part, if you don't have a ton of social channels. The other thing that I would say,
because it posts to all the different social channels, different social
channels. So depending on how many you have, it could be free, and if you go, but it's not horrendous. It's not horrendous at all. The other thing that a recommendation that I would give is, if you are one that's not technically inclined as far as like to take a video out of your phone and then edit it and then put it up, find somebody in your family. There has to be a teen in your family that's in high school, or heck, even in junior high school, that understands it way better than you. If they're on an iPad, they know how to manipulate it. Just say, hey, just put something to the side. It doesn't have to be anything like expensive, or a ton of cash that you're going to put out, but just say, hey, I'm in the process of making a lot of videos. Don't laugh at me. Just let them know. And I just need you to just edit these videos. I know that you're really good at computers. You're really good on your iPad. Do you know how to use this? Yeah, I do. Hey, how about this? For $10 a week or $15 a week, do you think you could edit like 5 videos for me? Oh my God, I would love to. All I need you to do is just put it together and just get those videos back. And then take those videos, put it in MetroCool, or if you have somebody that you trust. So if it's your husband, if your husband is used to posting and you want to start your own thing, or if vice versa, if it's your wife that likes it, just give them the phone and say, hey, I need you to post it. Remove yourself from it. Because if you remove yourself from it, it's so much easier for you to get content out there, because again, that whole block of you hitting that post button, it completely takes it out. And I don't even want to say you go in and schedule in an app, because you put it in drafts, you schedule it, and you kind of move it out, and you know it's coming. Let them do it.
Yeah, but if you set away, I think if you put it in that app, set it, forget it kind of mentality.
Yes, set it and forget it. I don't know if you guys remember the set it and forget it rotation.
I also would say a big tip is to pick one day.
Yeah.
So what we like to do is we pick a day during the week, most of the time when the kids are at school.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
And I know that you might not have this time, you might not have that flexibility, so pick a night. Like instead of sitting in front of the TV and watching TV, pick a night and set your cameras up and try to do 4 or 5 episodes.
Correct. Yeah.
Back to back, because then that takes the time away from like, oh God, I didn't film this week. Da, da, da. No, if you get like 4 or 5 done, and you helped us with that. You're like, no, let's just do 4 or 5. It's easy because you're in that kind of excited about doing it.
Yeah.
It's not taken away from something else because you set that time aside. Just like working out, you set that time aside to work out. Well, set the time to do your videos. Like Jason said, if it's just in the car ride, because that's the only time you have, then let it be in the car ride. You know, set your camera up, do 4 or 5 of them, change the shirt, change the pants, whatever you have to do, but do them back to back. And then you'll have something to post for the next couple of weeks, and you don't even have to think about it. And it's maybe once a month that you're doing it now, because you're not trying to do this every week. You're just doing bum, 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 bum. You're getting them done and keep it moving.
And keep it moving. That's it. There was another saying, and Mel Robbins, that's.
I love her. She has a potty mouth, but she is great. Find some motivation people that really encourage you. Mel Robbins is really good. She just has so many good positive messages, and motivates you to say, get off your butt and try it. Get out of your head and try it. Most of the time we're just stuck in our head.
It's stuck in your head. But you also have to remember, like I made that comment about you in front of 200 people, but just imagine if one of those 200 people has the power to change your entire situation right now. Just one. So you're always like one video away.
Yeah, because someone's sharing it. Like I think that happened to Michael Todd.
Yeah.
He had someone reposted one of his videos, and he blew up, overnight. It was just that one video, one person who decided to press it, send it out there, and then it changes your life.
Correct. And the greatest thing about his story is he's been doing it for so long. So when the people came, when something blew up, they had a back catalog to go through. Yeah. And all of his other videos started completely coming up from there because that's another thing. If you just want to post here and there, and something goes viral, what are they gonna like? What else can they see? Because you have no history, you have nothing inside there. So that's just one thing to. Yeah,
I was trying to slide over because the light is hitting.
Oh, okay. Face. I got some light coming in.
But yeah, so if you just, like I said, if you just kind of just try to figure out what's going to push you, what's going to motivate you, even if it's, like Jason said, hiring one of your family members. Yeah. Kids will work for Starbucks cards.
Oh my God, for real.
Instead of you going out and buying your own coffee, put that money to the side for them, give them a Starbucks card. If you have to invest in a computer for someone, invest in a computer and say, hey, if you edit my videos, you can have this computer. Yes. And you can do this. So try to stop making excuses.
Yeah, no more excuses.
This is 2025. It's not 2025.
It is 2025.
2025, yeah. The year of excuses. We got to just let them go and try. Because if you don't do it today, you're never going to do it. And then just don't live with regret. Yeah. So our year this year, stop living in regret.
Correct. Oh, man. That was, yeah.
So we do hope that you get something out of this video. We hope that you will, really take away some of the points and say, you know what, stop living in fear, stop people pleasing. And if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it, and you're going to have those regrets. So don't have a regret this year. Please, if you wouldn't mind taking the time out and liking this video. Yes, we said don't get stuck in the likes, but it does help our channel grow. Like this video, send it to someone. If you take 1 second, just send it to someone. That'll be helpful. And just subscribe, so you can keep coming back to us to figure out what are the points up to now? What are they going to try? Because they're not going to be stuck in doing one thing. They might try something new.
Yeah. So all right, guys. I appreciate it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and see you on the next one.
Yes.